Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for August 3rd through the 9th. My name is Athen. So we've got a lot of shifts and changes happening this week. 4 planets changing signs, or changing houses rather, and some squares up to Saturn. And this whole Saturn direct energy, Saturn starting to gain more momentum, squaring up to this transition of your 8th to your 9th house. So let's go and have a look at it. We've had, right at the beginning of the week on Monday, we've got this Saturn squaring up to Jupiter exact. And we've had this aspect since last week. And so what this has been doing is that, hopefully you guys are getting serious and disciplined with your visions and your dreams and your goals or your aspirations, maybe relating to community or giving back, contribution to the world, or the things that you idealize for others, to be of service there. Maybe community, maybe technologically, maybe, relating to computers or whatever. 11th house, a lot of different areas, but generally it is about innovation and giving. It's very progressive. So whatever that's been for you, continue to put in that hard work there, discipline. And then through that, that'll be unlocking a lot of this hard work energy that is available. We had this full moon in Capricorn last weekend, and now this week, a lot of squares up to Saturn. Okay, but Saturn's direct. He's getting his momentum. He is exalted in Libra. So, and these aspects will be involving Jupiter. So it's possibilities, making them into that grounded reality, like I've been saying. So that's on Monday, and this is particularly involving your ruler. So right out of the gates on Monday, Jupiter, you guys should be feeling like there's some things calling you to take some action, to make some, maybe, don't want to say changes, but maybe just to do something that you've been thinking about doing, you've been inspired to do. Maybe relating to the 8th house, because you have so much activity here. So maybe relating to what's really meaningful to you in life on some regards. Maybe involving home and family, since Jupiter rules your 4th. Maybe involving travel, because what's happening is that Jupiter is going to be shifting into your 9th house of travel, both physically, but also of the mind, which might be through philosophy, spiritual studies, university, which is where Venus is, you've been thinking maybe about this stuff with Venus retrograde here, how you can enjoy that. So anyways, some things to consider, but it is about, hard work. This is what it's about. And you can certainly make these possibilities into a reality ongoing this week. Now, Venus is going to go over Jupiter. She's going to be going retrograde back into that 8th house. So hopefully you have been reflecting on the importance of your health routine, your work perhaps on that, day-to-day level. Perhaps you've been reflecting on that 11th house stuff, the groups or friends or community aspirations or whatever. And so what you've been learning about that now, you can really start to explore, really see the truth of it. And you've been seeing the truth of a lot lately. You've had your sun, Mercury here. Maybe you guys are practically understanding, seeing beyond the veil, seeing what's really going on in the world, seeing what's going on with self, maybe getting deeper in relationships, maybe freeing yourself up from debts and things that bind you and hold you down, stepping into your power when appropriate, when balanced. So now continue to reflect on that stuff now for the next few weeks with actually all through August and into September. Beginning of September, she'll go direct in that 8th house. So continue to reflect on that, and I think that will further expand some of those things. Maybe you're feeling optimistic about health, routine, and all this 11th house stuff. That'd be fantastic. Be a great way to work with this. So that's the earlier part, and then here about Wednesday through Friday, Mars will be trining up to that Saturn. So there is a strong discipline involving relationships this early part of the week where you've had Mars. You've had a lot of motivation perhaps to get involved with your one-on-one connections and such. But now Mars will be transitioning into your 8th here around Friday. And then so that energy there will be going into those deeper things, right? So more of that. And this is a better house position, not the best sign position for all of us, but better house position for you with that 8th house Mars. So how you can dig deep, probe, see the truth and search your truth and, explore that stuff. Maybe explore the spiritual things too, since Mars rules your 12th, and express that. And that's been the sun too. You guys are seeing, you have this torch in the 8th house. You're seeing the truth of what's the instinctual lower natures of self, if you will, so it can be transmuted. And there is this transmutation happening this week. These fast-moving planets, well, the fast-moving planet Mercury goes into your ninth, and then Jupiter goes into your ninth, all at the same time around this later part of the week, around Thursday. So there's this expansion, there's possibilities, and this can certainly be these intentions. So now with Jupiter here in your ninth house, which is a very good placement for you guys personally, your ruler in the ninth, in Leo, which is a good sign for Jupiter, you guys can really expand not only on the home and family level, which is, Jupiter ruling that fourth, and that's more of a south node energy for you right now anyways, is travel, is connecting abroad, reading philosophy, studying astrology, things like this can really be very, very good intentions, maybe going back to university studies. And it'll be through that you'll be laying the foundations here this year, involving that, especially this week with square from Saturn. So this is about hard work, putting it into it, seeing your plans through, thinking long term with it. And Mercury here makes that very practical, very real. So see things realistically this week, not too realistically, right? I've been saying to all the signs because Mercury's squaring up to Saturn. But get practical with it. Things with relationships and your career, make sure you stay grounded. Maybe you're going to be working hard on that stuff with Mercury squaring up to Saturn. There's a lot of different areas involved here. But there's also opportunities because it's going over Jupiter. So you can see it's this definite expansion, but then where there's expansion, there's also limitation. It's finding out which areas you want to expand on, which areas you want to, not expand on and confine. And that's fine. But just be open to change, be open to listening to that spirit, that transformation that's happening now with all these planets, especially Jupiter going into your ninth house. So very exciting there. And then that Mars will be further assisting that Saturn. So there is this discipline, like I said, get deeper with things, etc. So let me go ahead and check and see if we've covered everything, because my notes, there's a lot of stuff going on. Most of it's just this squaring up here. Like I said, get structured and grounded with the routine and health as well. Reflect on that stuff. Redo that stuff. Something needs to be redone there. Maybe with your work as well on that day-to-day level. Yeah, the big shift is definitely into that ninth house with Jupiter and Mercury. And see how you can have more freedom, more expansion, that open range energy in your life. And connect to gurus. I mean, no one's really a guru, but there's information out there. Connect to that information. Study, wisdom, open your horizons. All of that, I think, will be, generally speaking, for all of you. All of your charts are different. But generally speaking, that's where your expansion is going to be in that ninth house. And so work hard at it. That's Saturn, very disciplined there, thinking clearly about it, thinking realistic about it, writing down your long-term goals perhaps about it, and just continue to redo or reflect on this these values or your routine and health. And these 11th house things, just get really disciplined and serious with that, whether it's your income from work, whether it's the community, your vision, your ideals. How are you going to see those through? All right, Sagittarius, well, have a nice week. Thank you again for all of your support. If you're new to Sidereal, do click the link down below, because this is different from traditional tropical astrology. And if you'd like a personal reading, please get in touch. All right, have a good one. Take care.